buddy, but it's always the same. Playing with the boys. Da-da-da-do. Staying, playing with a boy. Appetites and sunsets. Hope it's just not a ploy to make me play with a boy. Get out there and play with a boy today, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's got to do a real show around here. Somebody's got to put out real content around here. It's about time. Unbelievable what's happening out here. March 7th, the year of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Herberto Cristo, 2025, Sports Mass Collective, episode 110. We're here in the spare room. We are deep in the lair, in the belly of the beast. You never know where we'll be on this show since I mostly leave my house. I'm here, I'm there, I'm in the streets of NYC, I'm in undisclosed locations, I'm in spare rooms. You never know, but content never sleeps, and I don't either. Sleep is the cousin of death. Nas said that. I never sleep because sleep is a cousin of death. I believe he said that in New York State of Mind first, and then it was sampled, of course, in Nas The Message, top 10 song all time in my book. Look it up. Oh, it was back and shoulders today. Can you tell? Yes. Back and shoulders. 5, 10, 15, 10, 5 were the sets. If you know what I mean, then you're stance light. If you don't, hit the gym a little harder. Unbelievable. I was supposed to do a show with Ski Mask. Ski Mask hit me up this morning. He sent a picture of his cock to Easy Pass. Apparently everybody got this Easy Pass text message, and Ski Mask texted me a screen video that he texted back, his penis hanging out of his pants. So that is the state of affairs with Ski. Then asked me if I wanted to do a show. I said I'd be free this afternoon, and never heard back again. He's probably drunk. So don't ask me. I don't talk to people off camera as little as I possibly can. Did he make it on? He called me last night that he was going on some fucking dumb show. Did he make it on the show? Does anybody know? One of the greatest tank tops ever made, by the way. Truly. Once we get to the compound with all my Stansolites, I'll have these for everyone. We'll all be wearing all black all the time. Everyone will get their $7 pair of Ray-Ban knockoffs, and you will get a pair of Jordans, and then we will eventually Jim Jones it up beneath the blankets, if you know what I mean. The Kool-Aid. Anywho, this is a sports show, technically. We'll get to whatever you want to talk about. I have a list. I do have a list of sports things to get to. We'll get to the poor people chat at some point. As always, if you want something red guaranteed, just super chat it for $1. I don't fucking care. I'm not here to beg for your money like all these other pathetic shows. But if you want to interact with the show, feel free to super chat. All super chats get read, definitely. But I'm a man of the people. I also go through the poor people chat. I look at it as callers, as a sports radio, as a man, as a real man from days of yore that they don't make anymore. Tuck in the 4-4. I grew up on sports radio, WFAN. So while I can't have callers, I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe if Vinny Cash ever sends me this computer I keep hearing about, then I could actually continue to upload all of the apps back onto audio, because I only listen to podcasts on audio. Even on YouTube, I just put it in my pocket. I'm an audiophile myself, so I do apologize, but Ski Mask is essentially worthless to this network now. Barely does his own show. He used to handle everything. Now he basically does nothing. Barely can do his own show. The last time we did a show together, he passed out halfway through, as he always does, and always has been for years. Which again, apparently, the pathetic people Kevin Brennan has on his show started doing now too. Apparently Kevin stole my blocking thing that we can talk about later. Anywho, the point of all that was just getting it out of the way. If you want something read, super chat, or if you just want to support somebody who actually does a real show, super chat it. Don't even say anything. Those are the best. $10, no words. That's the way. And the best way, of course, is to just send it over to my accountant, since I can't be trusted with money. At Dave D23 on Venmo is his my accountant's Venmo. And patreon.com, $3. Just minutes ago, uploaded another Patreon exclusive MAGA hat in NYC. I wore my MAGA hat in the East Village in what is arguably the wokest neighborhood in all of the boroughs, the Lower East Side. Didn't get much interaction. I proved my point that nobody in the real world cares about any of this bullshit. It's all online nonsense. But I did yell at a guy playing music way too loud in the car. He's playing that gay song of the guy who wears a onesie and does backflips. All of these beautiful things that I got. I could sing it better, but I don't feel like it. What is in the news? So yeah, Ski Mask is dead and gay. Many people are going to be blocked. I mean, I'm probably going to block more people from this show. That was half of the point, 75%, because I don't need this. I have things to do. You know, this is more so for the betterment of humanity that I'm even doing this show. Just a little breath of fresh air from the slop you poor people are subjected to day in and day out with the telethoners, I call them now, the gay verses, whatever, people that do fake shows. We can get to that. We can get to all that. You know what's funny, Sam V? I don't know if you're trying to troll about my accountant, but I did run for president in 2012. Someday, probably soon, I got to find them. I made videos and I'm gonna put them on the Patreon. I did campaign videos with Juggy and Mead. I ran for president in 2012. Ran on the platform of Vote American, not politician. And that was in 2012. So, as always, I'm ahead of the curve. And then Trump got elected in 2016. So, as with everything, I see it coming a mile away. Tim Dillon may be the only man who has a better handle on the pulse of culture and news and society other than me. Just because there's no works here. While everything else, podcasting, politics, and otherwise, it's basically all works. Where's the Epstein list? I want to buy an egg for less than $27, whatever. I don't fucking care. Just leave me alone. As always, self-sovereign citizen Jim Stansel. This is a sports show, technically. Although I don't really care. Since Ski Mask doesn't do his own show, I got to carry this network. So I'll talk about whatever you freaks want to talk about. But let me check my gay notes. I mean, I know we can start with back on the Kings, back in the DK with some big wins. They're no Soviet skunk wins, as we saw last week. The son of a bitch who won $27,000 on a 5-leg parlay. But big for me. I mean, I should have logged in before, but I frankly don't care. Let me log into the draft. I sent DraftKings a mean message the other day. Well, this is a sports show. I don't mind talking about it. I'm logging in. This is me buying time. I always go to the promos and click opt in, and then when I go to bet recently, then nothing shows up. So I tried to chat with them, and it ended with me saying, "Fuck you, I'm going to DraftKings." Well, I didn't go to DraftKings. It's all a lie. It's all a work. But I did win big bucks, so good thing I did. Let's see what's been won just in the last few days. Just in the last few days, folks. 2 days ago, a couple biggies, a couple big dubs. We had a 3-pick parlay winning $21. Thank you. We had the Nuggets money line. We had any player scoring above 35 in the Thunder Grizzlies game, and we had the Clippers +4. That was that one. Also 2 days ago, nice college basketball, great to bet on, by the way. You just load that up with the favorite, and you almost always win. We had a 3-pick parlay winning a whopping $11. Big butts. Hashtag big bucks, big nuts, as we say here at Sports Mass Collective. We had 3-pick Wisconsin money line, Ole Miss +7.5, and Ole Miss Tennessee over 130. Obviously hit that. And a big dog. We had 2 big dogs last night. $7 wagered, winning over $75. Hello. Bet with Stancil. Why are you even watching? Anybody watching Barstool still has to be a Mongo Bongo, and you know what I mean. Oh, we're over 10 minutes. That means you're fucking retarded. Last night, Knicks Lakers 4-leg parlay. We had the Lakers money line, Brunson 35+ points, rebounds, assists, 1+ LeBron James block, and over 211. Nailed it. $4 to win $30. Also a 4-pick PP, 4-pick parlay. Parlay Joe from The Wire, classic. East Carolina money line, Iowa +7.5, Jackson State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff under 153, and Charlotte, North Texas over 125. $3 to win $36. Hello. Money for nothing, sports for free. Money for nothing. Ooh, that's the way you do it. Little faggot and a sports for free. Whatever the fuck. That song's weird. Great intro. Shout out Dire Straits. Great intro. One of the great intros in rock, frankly. Wow, wow, you get it. I hope I don't get copyright struck for that. I sang that so well. I work for the CIA. I'm a retarded black boy, and I'm the head of the CIA now. Or whatever the hell goes on in the world. Anywho, the point is, I'm winning. I'm doing great. While all these other people are just wallowing in the muck they're left with. That's why I felt this a civic duty to do this show more and more every week. I mean, it's always fun for me. I don't care, but a civic duty, an actual entertainer amongst people who mostly used to be entertainers or are just copying what other people are doing and aren't entertaining at all. You know what I'm talking about. Name names in the chat. We'll get to the poor people chat. Let's see. What was the new? I mean, I don't really care about any of this. The older I get, the less I care about any of this, and that's what you want from a sports entertainment talk show host. There's the LeBron and Stephen A confrontation. It's big news. Who cares? See, that's the thing. Who cares? But apparently there's a video, LeBron confronting Stephen A. Smith, who looks just like a Muppet. I mean, Stephen A. Smith is literally a Muppet. Apparently he was mad at him for saying shit about Bronny. By the way, I mean, naming your son Bronny and your name's LeBron. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just the second half of your name, you just put a Y in the end? Ugh. Anywho, my only hot take, it's not even that hot. Listen, LeBron James has all of this guy's contact information, texts, calls. So this is just another classic LeBron, look at me. As I've said, freak athlete, one of the great players of all time, as he should be. But as always, mentally weak. No killer instinct when it comes to it. How many game-winning shots does this guy miss? He constantly takes them, constantly misses them. And this is just another example of me, LeBron James, as he always has been. He could have not had to do this. He knew the cameras were there. He knew this would be a story. And hey, if you don't want people talking, LeBron James always keeps bringing up not want to be the face of the league and why are these people blah blah blah. Then retire. Go work in an office. Nothing wrong with that. Go be a plumber. If you're gonna be in the NBA and you're gonna be the greatest player ever, and you're gonna make hundreds of millions, probably closer to billions at this point of dollars, then you can let retards talk about you on TV. I do nothing and get no money, and retards talk about me all the time. Do I care? No! Now I just block them. Yay! Ooh, it's heating up. A lot of people are trying to buy their freedom from the blockening. Ooh, you fuck around and you find out. Listen, I've been a great and forgiving God for many years. I let it all go. I never take anything personal. I don't do the gay doxing stuff. So like I said, the loss is yours. And not you fine people, of course. We're talking about the blockees, the people who've been blocked. The loss is yours. Because I know my Twitter's entertaining. Those people's aren't. I don't need to see these retards' tweets. I'm doing them a favor. So, yeah, goodbye. So, yeah, tell your little block friends. Again, like I said, you can buy back your freedom just like America was built on, if you know what I mean. Feel free to buy back your freedom. $10 or more Venmo to my accountant, and feel free to do it anyway if you just like people who who do real shows can actually carry a show on their own. A $10 minimum Venmo to my accountant, and you can get unblocked. Anybody can do it. Not a big deal. $10. I'm not asking for the world. I'm not saying something ridiculous like $100. $10 Venmo gets you unblocked. That's all. As I said, I did the blockening, which is also on the Patreon. Explained the blockening from the Best Bar in America last week. Less than a week ago, because the Patreon is hitting. Yeah, I've never blocked in all my years of Twitter. Never blocked, never saw. I don't care. I still don't care. But you know what? The other week I figured, you know what? Enough is enough. All these shows are gay. All these other people are blocked. Let me dip my toe into Block Nation, and I've pretty much taken it over. It's really fun. It means nothing to me. Twitter means nothing to me. Instagram means nothing to me. This means nothing to me. No offense. This could all go away tomorrow, and I could give a shit. So I certainly could give a shit about people I block. So I have a hair trigger. I'm warning everyone. Hair trigger on the block button. You can't tag me. You can't see my posts. You can't at me. Ha ha ha. And listen, this will all end. I foresee eventually unblocking everyone. Pull back the fourth curtain. There'll probably come a day when I feel like it. I'll just unblock everyone because I don't care. But not for the short term, at least, because I'm having fun. Ooh, my timeline is nice and clean, so much cleaner. Approaching 50 blocks in less than a week and a half. Approaching 50 blocks. Nice clean timeline, and no freaks tagging me in bullshit. Just shut up and go away. And if it's not a big deal, then there's nothing to worry about. If you're mad about it, then clearly you're a fan of mine, so thank you. So it's a win-win for me, and a win-win-win if you want to get free. Just send that Venmo right over. Sam V breaking the bank in a big way with a 99-cent super chat. But you know what? I'll take it. That's win. I'll end the show. I hit the goal. I know I say it every week, almost every show, and I know this is a sports show. I just literally can't believe anyone could still possibly be interested in onions versus Zumock versus Toes versus Kevin versus Ray versus Stuttering John. Ugh, it's all just so played out. And again, it's because none of these people leave their house. Ask all of your podcast hosts that you watch. Send them this clip and ask them to take their shirt off and do that. See if anyone gets even 50% as close. Leave your house. Then you'll have something to talk about. I got in a fight on a train last week. Okay? I took a picture of somebody's license plate and tried to call it in. I mean, I've done shit they could do weeks on with what these shows talk about now, and I forget about. I may not even get to that on this show. Yeah, I almost got in a fight with a Chinaman on a train last week, but I don't feel like talking about that right now. Maybe a $5 super chat will tell the story. I don't fucking care anymore. I want to do what I want to do, and girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to that's all they want, and fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls, they want to have fun. Shout out Cyndi Lauper. She lives in Stamford. That's a fact. And she looks like shit. Yeah, if you didn't tune in last week, this is mostly a singing program now. Singing and impressions. I will put anybody in a body bag in singing. I will put anyone in a body bag in impressions. And yes, I including Figs, Adam Ray, name it. Put it in the chat, super chat any song you want to sing or any impression you want me to do, and I'll do it like that. It's very easy for me. This all comes very easy for me, which is why all these other shows have to cover up their lack of talent with clips and streaming and fake beats and fucking retard Kevin is on intentionally hurting himself just for, I mean, you people are idiots. You know what? Everyone turn this show off. I don't want any of you here. And anyone who stays is a real nigga. Yeah, Jason from CT. Jason from CT, I'm glad you're here. And this is sports related, so thank you. $4.99 Stancil stances. Absolutely. This is the only place to get him here. Only place to get him now. Ski Mask is worthless, so I barely do that. We barely do that show anymore. And I will be live and in person. This is an exclusive, and that is a Marantz. That is a Marantz from 1972. It was my father's. Now he's dead. Now it's mine, and it still works. So yes, often imitated, never duplicated. I will break this here, and I didn't forget what I was going to tell Jason from CT. Reminded me about something. I will be in Staten Island for the first time. Never set foot in Staten Island to begin with, and I will be live from the Garrett and Steve Psychedelic Wallpaper Studio. Put it on your calendar. Thursday, March 20th. I will set foot in Staten Island. Many people say low key, by the way, is the best borough. If you know your history, they actually considered building up Staten Island rather than Manhattan. Well, obviously, we're going way, way, way back, talking pre-Gangs of New York days. But as a man of history, as a man of high IQ, I just know many different things. And one of them is that Staten Island, yes, was almost Manhattan, essentially. Anywho, and of course, Manhattan called Manahatta by the Native Americans, who, of course, invented the game of lacrosse. America's original pastime, and that segues perfectly into, because I'm a professional, I don't even do this for a living. My lacrosse team, my spring league I've been playing in, I report on every year on this program, has disbanded because everyone is gay. Only like 4 people committed. So I am a free agent, Jason from CT. Do you know of any leagues? Do you want to join a ULAX together? This is why it's a real show too. I'll go out. I'll meet you people. I'll touch your toes. You can touch my calf. I don't care. We can talk off air, Jason. But I need and I mean, I'm in the. I mean, folks. I mean, he's in the shape of his life. I'm ready to break arms with a titanium stick. So I got to get out there in some capacity. Thank you, Jason. So let me know. We can talk on the side. And lax season has started, folks. The beautiful game. You don't even have to know anything about lacrosse to enjoy it. That's what makes it the greatest sport on 2 feet. Violence, hand-eye coordination, power, endurance. As I always say, I got to get it on a T-shirt if Ski Mask could ever pay any of our bills. I'm just backing this whole network at this point, both with my talent and with my big wallet. I got to get that on a shirt. Yeah. Anybody, most athletes, if you're an athlete, you can play lacrosse. A lacrosse player can play pretty much any other sport. Not every other athlete can play lacrosse. You really got to be a 5'2" athlete, and this is a sport show, folks. Unbelievable what's happening out here. We're getting closer. You know, we call it for our loyal Stancelites. We are in the sports abyss, the sports desert, as I call it every year. Here on Sports Mask, obviously many years. We've been doing this program many years. And once again, I am a black boy who works for the Secret Service and have brain cancer. But we are getting closer, boys and girls, mostly boys, to the end of this sports abyss, the sports desert. Daylight, so we get that hour back Sunday. March Madness kicks off next, Thursday? I guess technically Wednesday. We are in the thick of it Thursday. There's some football moves going on I'll get to in a minute. We're getting there. It is a absolutely blustery day here in the 100-acre wood of New England today. I mean, we're approaching 50-mile-an-hour gusts out here. It's unbelievable, and this is a Stancil Outdoors program as well as a sports program. But yes, the point is we are inching ever closer to baseball season. March Madness kind of leads us into baseball season. To baseball season, NFL free agency is about to get totally lit, fam. Let him cook. Stay woke. So we're getting there. I'm going to kill myself. Let me take a slug from my Diet Coke bottle. And yes, I drink directly out of a 2-liter. I'm a man. I'll finish this in a day. A dentist said how white my teeth are last week, by the way. And my dentist is my friend, and yes, he's Jewish, but he did say how white my teeth were. Anyway, all right, that's the show. Just kidding. Let's see what's going on in the poor people chat. I see some movement over here. Let's just check in so we can clear it out and get it out of the fucking way, you fucking poor pieces. Obviously, it's mostly just Funky Bronco saying things I'm never going to read. Chris Mack on the board, afternoon. He's a member, so I'll read it. I talked to Juggy just yesterday. He's doing great. I told you he'll probably never be on the show again. Ever since I dipped my balls in my own urine, which of course is on YouTube, but members only. That was sports Ski Mask Collective. That was the same episode Ski Mask kissed his own brother a couple weeks ago. Let me see. Oh, look, I'm looking at myself. Oh no, now I'm going to go down. How do I get out of this? Let me just see what episode that was for you people. Yeah, become only viewable if you're a YouTube member because it was too hot for TV. And frankly, the poor people just really don't deserve most of what I put out. Certainly not me dipping my ball bag in my own cup of urine, and two brothers from Texas kissing each other on the mouth. Where else are you finding that? Losers. Stuttering John said something. Oh, Mr. Kill Everything, is Mazzy around? Ugh, God. Imagine watching that when you have guys dipping their own ball bag in their urine, and a guy wearing a MAGA hat in the East Village, and a guy from Texas kissing his own brother. Imagine still listening to the same fucking shit. It was. Hey, playing with a boy. It was episode 2. Quadfather was on that too. Cabana King, Quadfather, Teamster Tim. Episode 294. Only available for members. But that is the episode Ski Mask kisses his brother on the mouth. There it is. It's so ridiculous. But go ahead and watch the same 60-year-olds talk about the same shit. Go ahead. Yes. Anyway, that's on YouTube, not the Patreon. You just have to be a member to view that because, not giving that, yeah. Playing with a boy. Content creator kings. Absolutely. Put that on a t-shirt, Kafka. Playing with a small boy. Get those song requests and impression requests in Super Chatter. I won't see it. At least I can't definitely see it. Yeah, I covered Chris Mack. I covered this earlier. I know this is from a while ago, but yeah, I covered it. We were supposed to do a Ski Mask Collective today. He hit me up this morning. He was sending his penis to the Easy Pass, and never heard from him again. Clearly passed out drunk. Playing with a boys. I have had sex in this room. Yes, that is a yes. Sex in the spare room. Absolutely. Playing with a boy. La, 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 la. Playing. Funky Bronco always wants me to talk about TGL. I know he's doing it tomorrow. Golf League. What a colossal failure that has been. I haven't heard a peep about it. And it's on ESPN, the regular ESPN Tuesday nights. Yikes. What a colossal failure. Such promise, something different. And in the end, it's just 6 guys playing virtual golf in a clunky format. Tomorrow Golf League. If you don't know what we're talking about, check it out. ACDC is a member, so I'll read it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. I'm leaving my house in about an hour to booze in and start a fight with Random Rummy. Good. Playing with a boy. Da, 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 da. Oh, Juggernaut. Juggernaut, put him on the board. I saw Juggernaut's tweet. He really enjoyed. We were talking about the last time Ski Mask was coherent, or barely coherent, before he passed out. Yeah, we were talking about tipping him back up to 90 to 180 degrees. Juggernaut got dastardly high and watched it and spit out his stuff. I do recommend getting high and watching this, but no pressure, folks. But yeah, you take the legs and you tip those things. I might hurt my back. I've had a bad back. I've had a bad back all weeks. I was doing squat thrusts. Big. I can't even tip them back. This is 90 degrees. You really want to get it up to 180. You want to do, I can't do it today, but you really want to get the bunny ears up. You want to get those feet just dangling just behind the ear as you just. I like to come in it. I like to look like I'm in pain when I come. And there's a reenactment. And once again, not going to find that on these Talking Heads loser shows. Get some more boxes on your fucking show, will you, Quadfather? You fucking hack. Playing with a couple small boys. Anyway, it's a song, folks. Calm down. Taylor Mathis has big, huge tits. It's in the news, folks. I know we've covered her before. She said she was pregnant, so I imagine they're going to get big. Or was that a bit? I don't know. She made a post that she was pregnant. I hope she is. I mean, those nipples are staring down at her toes, but they are hanging low, low. They are danglers. And boy, if she gets a baby in that oven, those things are going to grow. And who knows how big they could go. Taylor Mathis. Somebody clip this and tag her, will you? Taylor Mathis, how big can your breasts grow? Oh, just how big can they go? And wow, what a beautiful voice I have. Playing with the boys. Yes, daylight save are getting it almost to the end, folks. We just don't unalive yourselves. We just got to get till Thursday with March Madness. That'll lead us into baseball. That'll lead us into NHL and NBA playoffs. And that'll eventually lead us into, well, once we're in the summer, you know, again, as long as you're able-bodied, unlike Quadfather, if you're able-bodied and of able mind, even you don't need to be able-bodied. Once we get into the summer here, then we're good, because then I really leave my house. I could really give a fuck about sports, you know, once May hits. I do have Mets tickets already on the board. I always tell you, I don't care. Come and find me April 5th. My old section 135. If you follow me, you know the section right there behind the left fielder in Citi Field. I'll have my printed out Wikipedia page on the opposing left fielder. They're playing the Blue Jays. Who's the Blue Jays left fielder? I'll definitely have to look up what he's up to. I talked to Mead yesterday. Mead had a great idea. I think this season I'm going to print back. I'm going to print out the opposing left fielder's Wikipedia and hand them out to everybody in the section, so they can also yell at the left fielder. I've been doing this literally since high school, back in the Pepsi picnic area at Shea Stadium. Bring a Pepsi can, getting free. That was a real thing. I always say, I think that was the last free thing in pro sports. Playing with the boy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Who's playing left field, you fucking hacks? Pitchers? Care about pitchers? Outfielders. What the fuck? No, by position. What the hell is this? Yeah, show me left field. George Springer. White name. Black face. Is he black? He ain't white. Is he? Is George Springer white? Oh, he's from Connecticut. New Britain, Connecticut. Well, will you look at that? Oh, we're going to have a lot to talk about on April 5th at Citi Field. Let me tell you, my Connecticut buddy, George Springer, will be right in front of me. I'm in row 2, of course, right behind him. Won't that be fun? Yelling at my fellow New Britain, hard-hitting New Britain, where I did win a conference championship with the Central Connecticut State University. Not a big deal, all facts. We actually won the championship at UConn Stores. Fun story. The championships were held at a neutral field up at UConn, and we beat Coast Guard in overtime, 3-2. That's right. That's why I was an All-American defender. Held the opposing team to 2 goals in the championship game. Unbelievable defensive game. Unbelievable. Yeah. I'm great. Oh, this is so stupid. Playing with. Anyway, what the hell are we talking about? Oh, I'll be at the Mets game. Taylor Mathis has big fucking tits. Barkley, if you didn't see it, Charles Barkley and Sam Perkins. If you don't know, that TNT halftime show is disbanding. The Ernie, what is his name? Ernie Leslie, Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Kenny. That show is disbanding, unfortunately. And Barkley is going to ESPN. So Barkley was chirping something at Kendrick Perkins, who, by the way, Kendrick Perkins, shave your beard or get a new head. Dominic Foxworthy clearly has fetal alcohol syndrome. I mean, all these ESPN athlete analysts all have some freakish just deformity to them. But anyway, Perkins, I thought this was great because it's getting real heated in the streets, as you'll see. Hey, NBA, this is Kendrick Perkins talking about Charles Barkley in a tweet. Hey, NBA on TNT, might want to tell that senior citizen Charles Barkley that I'll be around. When he see an idiot or a fool in person, make sure he keep that same energy. He can come playing with me if he want to, and I'ma address his ass like the numbers on a house. Very nice. I'm going to address his ass. I got him around a house. Very good. As an English major, I like that. Straight from the 409, homeboy, and we bar none and fade all. Wouldn't it be funny if Kendrick Perkins murdered Charles Barkley because he said something on a sports show? Oh, boy, that'd be great. That's what we need. I would love to see Kendrick Perkins literally commit murder. And also, Kendrick Perkins, was a six man at best when he was in the league. So I don't know who Kendrick Perkins thinks he is. But anyway, thought that was fun. Da da bra da 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 da. Oh, playing with a boy. Hey, stop buying dogs, by the way. Stop getting dogs. And maybe not used people. Most of you are Stancelites, but tell your friends, everyone in a city, anyone anywhere, you don't need a dog. If you got to board a dog weekly or bi-weekly, or you need someone else to take care of your dog and walk your dog, if you have a dog walker, don't have a dog. Put it that way. If you have a regular dog walker, if you have to board your dog more than once a quarter, I'll even say, I'll give you a break. Don't have a dog. Dogs aren't fish. Get a fish. Get a fine fish. Get a fish. That's what you want. Because all these, I think it's getting higher. And I've ranted about this in the past. Our loyal viewers and listeners will remember, but it's been a while. I think the number is approaching closer to, I used to say 50% of people that have a dog shouldn't have a dog. I think that number is getting closer to 70% now. What you want is a fish. You want something you can just barely pay attention to when you want, and then when you don't want to, you're done with it. But that's how, and again, obviously this has been spurred on. I'm moving around the city more, New York City more often, so I just see more people. And it's like, you think your dog is enjoying his life going on concrete for 20 minutes a day, and then you leaving the house to go get drunk or go fucking move widgets around a computer? And then all you really want it for is like the 20 minutes before you go to bed, or the 10 minutes in the morning, or when you, God forbid, go to a beer hall and drag the poor dog along, which, by the way, is animal abuse. Been over this many times before. Bringing your dog to a bar. Now, it's one thing if it's a Saturday at 1 o'clock and they have a big patio or turfed area outside. That's one thing. I still don't approve, by the way. I just don't have a dog. You can't have it all. You can't have a dog and go to bars. A dog isn't a fish. A dog isn't a cat. And you're only going to hear that hot take here. A dog is not a cat. A dog isn't a fish. A dog isn't a turtle. A dog is conscious. It's scientific. This is not a Stancil thing. Has the intelligence of a 2 to 4-year-old. So they know what's going on. They can communicate. You can communicate with them. Don't have a dog if you don't have a dog. Just don't have a dog. Just nobody ever get a dog. Too many dogs. Don't. And if you do get a dog, get it from a rescue, for the love of God. I mean, imagine the people who get a dog from a breeder and then have someone else walk their dog 4 days a week. The worst people on the planet. But then on Saturdays, they got to show up. It's just like, yeah, you just want a dog to say you have a dog. Let's all be honest. And let's start calling these people out. Stop letting this slide. Say it to them. Why do you have a dog? That's all you got to say. Why do you have a dog? Oh, I love him. Yeah, but you're at a bar with your dog. Do you think your dog wants to be at a bar? Oh, blah, blah. Yeah, but you have someone else walk him every day. Someone else is basically raising your dog. It's like the people here in Fairfield County, in Greenwich, Darien, etc., where they have Juanita and Paola raising their children. You go down Greenwich Ave, and it's all Aryan babies in baby carriages with, Juanita behind the wheel. It's crazy. Don't have kids. Those are not your kids. Those are your housekeeper's kids. That's not your dog. That is your dog walker's dog, because they actually put the time in with him. Anywho, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about or why I'm talking about it, but I am right. Stancil Stradamus, what else is new? And then all of a sudden, all these other shows are stealing my bits. What else is new? Kevin's got MKE falling off a chair drunk. Like, Ski Mask hasn't done that a billion times and actually did it better. And, Ski Mask bled all over his room, went to the hospital. So he has an autistic guy who's unaware that people are laughing at him, not with him. Apparently, he was talking about blocking again after I did. What can you do? I'm a trendsetter. It's a blessing and a curse, and it's really more of a curse knowing what's going on and living in reality. It is a curse living in reality. I really wish I was dumb and ignorant like the people who voted on Aspersion's Carter podcast bracket, semi-sports related. Shout out to Aspersion Carter on Twitter. He does the podcast bracket every year. And listen, obviously the people who follow him are mostly Skanks fans who we know are scum of the earth, low, and not in a cool way, by the way. People here that are scum of the earth are cool. They are actually just fat nerds. Period. So my point with this is, and I honestly, I'm not even just being hyperbolic. The podcast Son of a Boy Dad, which I never heard of, literally one is the best comedy podcast. Son of a Boy Dad. Has anyone even heard of it? I honestly, and I'm not just saying it, I literally never heard of this show, and it won the 64 podcast. Apparently, it's a little Sasquatch and a couple Barstool Bros. People, again, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Most of you people are retarded. Listen, people are still watching Shuley. People are still watching MLC when it's just him talking about the same shit over and over. Although I saw you had Keanu on, thank God. A step in the right direction, but also, Keanu, aren't you selling your soul a bit? Wasn't your whole thing how we fucked your life up or whatever? I don't know. I'm glad she went on, and good for her for going on, because I think it's gay to hold on to beefs or whatever anyway. But I didn't think it was a little weird, a little bit of a sellout. Sorry. I cannot tell a lie. It's a curse, as I told you. Anywho, hands for days. I've never dropped a thing in my life except bad habits. Hey, the only thing hey, watch this. Only thing I ever dropped was a bad habit. And now I'm a millionaire. And now I'm in Hollywood. I'm going on a plane. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Going to a little island in the Caribbean. Do, do, do. I'm going to see a boy or girl under 16, hopefully. I wish that Epstein wasn't in jail. That's what's going to happen when I go to Hollywood. That's going to be I'm going to go, and let me tell you, I'm going to sell out so quick when I get the smallest amount of big money. I'm going to sell out all the way. I'm going to suck adrenochrome out of the necks of fetuses. I am going to that island, let me tell you. You know the rest. I'm going to put one of those dick nose masks on and go. I'm going to go to all the cults. I'm going to go to the Beverly Hills. I'm going to sell out and sell you people out so quick when I get a little bit of money. I can't wait. But for now, fuck all those people. Ha ha ha. Oh, it's a comedy show, folks. Everyone calm down. Sports entertainment. Don't tell Gino. Gino hates wrestling. WWE's back. Cena. Oh, we got to talk about wrestling. I don't care. It's back. Cena, a big heel turn. John Cena on his farewell tour went heel for the first time in his career, following the orders of course, my former pen name, The Rock. As you all know, my nickname was The Rock in high school because I always dressed like him and imitated him and always did the people's eyebrow, of course. Cena went heel on Elimination Chamber. Huge news. WrestleMania shaping up quite well. And Raw is in Madison Square Garden on Monday. Ticket prices were a bit high, but it looks like they're falling. There is a chance I will be at Raw Monday night, Madison Square Garden, New York City, 10011, I believe is the area code there, or 10. Anywho, damn it, I threw my phone. It's a Marantz. It's a Marantz. You're not going to find that anymore. They don't make them like that. Everything now is planned obsolescence. And they're Klipsch. Those are Klipsch speakers, Marantz. Absolutely. Come on. Who the fuck think you're watching? One of these fucking I got a JBL boom speaker. It loud. Get a Marantz. Get him a Marantz from the early 70s and have your father die and inherit it. All right? That's the only way to get one of these. Okay? Go buy some dignity. She's right. Whatever. I got plenty of dignity. I got plenty of dignity, but we appreciate that. We appreciate that, and hello to you. Oh God, what's going on in the poor people chat? Yeah, Stanzel tattoo similar to The Rock. Didn't even do it on purpose. Everything's backwards and upside down. Oh, I got a new tattoo. I'm not even going to show you. You people don't deserve it, but I did get a new tattoo. And a lady caller told me it looks like a penis. So it's not. It's not. I swear I don't have a penis tattoo on my back. It is. It's a cloud. No, I haven't skied. I was going to go. I don't know why I'm responding to this retard, but I'm a retarded. Yeah, I don't think Kelly. I don't think I could afford dignity. It's all logistics. Have you fucking... No, I was going to go this Sunday. Now I have to work. And it's also going to be, well, no, that's the real reason. It's going to be in the mid 50s here in Connecticut, in New England on Sunday. So, no, it wasn't the cards. I have met, I don't know if you're new here, Funky Bronco. I've done many podcasts with Jeff Levine. I visit him every October. That is on our YouTube channel. You can see me live from his house in October. I'll pull it up right now. I leave my house. I actually deal with these people. And what you learn from when I met with Jeff Levine is that the reason he doesn't do comedy podcasts, comedy hot sauces anymore, like I have here, the Ray DeVito sauce, is because of Chad Zumach. Chad Zumach ruined the comedy hot sauce for everyone. So thanks, Chad. And you could hear that out of the guy's mouth. It's not a work like all these other shows. You could hear me talking to Jeff Levine and him saying the reason I stopped is because Chad ruined it. There you go. There's your work. No work there. Literally the guy's company, whose it is, telling me that's why he stopped doing comedy hot sauces. So take your little works, take your little week-long work. Because of this. Oh, and the puppet said this, and Stuttering John, and he's to him, and he didn't do that. And you're all gay! Gay, 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 gay! Grow up! Talk about sports. Let me find it. I'm a man of my word. Live with DJ Pauly C. That's on the Patreon. Patreon, members only. Patreon. Yeah, all you're getting is this show, and if we ever do a show, if Ski Mask is not a piece of shit, that's all you're getting for free now. We don't care. This stuff is too good, but you will get this and or Ski Mask Collective for free every week on the YouTube. Everything else is members only or on the Patreon, mostly on the Patreon. Where's me and Jeff Levine? October. Boy, we put out a lot of content. God damn, are we good? God damn it, are we good? Oh, here it is. Episode 278, folks. Live from Silk City headquarters in Vermont, a.k.a. Jeff Levine's house. There you go. These guys can talk all they want. Here, this is just from 4 months. This is October, the middle of October, end of October. So there you go. There you go. Again. You know, I could do a 6-hour show, or I could do a 3-hour show 4 days a week and draw out what really happened with Silk City Jeff. What really happened? What did he do? No, very simple. Chad ruined it for everyone, and now we don't get hot sauces. Thanks a lot, Chad. Another thing he ruined besides his own career and MLC. Are you going to shit in Louis? Yes, Luis J. Gomez will be at the Soccer Ball Club next Friday. Definitely will. Definitely will. I'm going to wear a tight shirt. And, yeah, ask him why he's selling out left and right. You know what? I had a note for our flagship show, but since we barely do it anymore, I guess I could read it here. I did have a note on it. What did I have on Luis J. Gomez? Oh, God. Now he's making a coffee company. He's making like a Magic Mind or like a Mudwater company. Did you guys see this? I mean, talk about being 2000 and late, like Fergie said. What are you you're gonna compete with these companies? I mean, calm down. It's just so it's so new money. It hurts with him, but God bless him. I hope he's doing well. He's definitely not working out, and that's like I've been ranting about. I don't respect the sober man. I respect the man, and God bless you if you're sober. If you're giving things up, good for you. Don't kill yourself. But I'll always respect the man or woman, I guess, who can drink and drug in moderation and still handle their shit more than the person who has to quit altogether because they can't control themselves. Sorry. So I'm still looking like this and still smoking weed and still having an occasional drink. And Louis J. Gomez, he has to take testosterone. He has to quit. Loser. Anyway, get your money's worth, KP. Hey, I'm playing with a boy. Ba, ba, ba. Da, da, da. Yeah, I got in a fight with an Asian man on a train. Nobody has paid me to tell that story, so I'm not going to tell it. Told you at the top. I'll tell you that story. No, it's a great story, but I did get an altercation with an Asian man on a train asking me to move my seat. But this is a sports show. Taylor Massive has big tits. Oh, I didn't even get it. We actually have some football movement, folks. If you've been paying attention, apparently the Giants are going heavy at Aaron Rodgers. Now, I addressed this last week because, again, Stancil Stradamus, what else is new? I always am ahead. And I told you there were rumblings about Aaron Rodgers going to the Giants. And as I told you last week, hey, I had a stroke. He. Hell isn't real. Neither is heaven. Who cares? I had a stroke. Sorry, I had a stroke. Stroke Stancil. I'm gonna do the rest of the show that I had a stroke. Which way? It's all backwards. This is hard. Have I ever told you to do this show just to entertain myself? I got a stroke. I told you Aaron Rodgers is going to go to... It's too much fun. I told you, Aaron Rodgers, that the Giants are going after Rodgers. Now it's getting hot and heavy. It sounds like they are the leading contenders. But as I told you, unlike the Jets, who have win-now talent, and I'm not going to go back into a rant. I've gone in too many of the same rants the last couple weeks about how the Jets should have signed Aaron Rodgers. If you want the full rants on why the Jets and the reasoning the Jets were the best landing place for Aaron Rodgers, a.k.a. they should have never let him go watch the last episode. I'm not getting back into it. My only point is the Jets are the best spot, really, for Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, they let him go. The point is the Giants don't have win-now talent. They have Neighbors. Neighbors the nose, I call him, because look at his face. Very wide nose, large nostrils. You do the math. A very wide nose and a poor attitude. There is, and I think I tweeted this, there's definitely a correlation, and you can do the math on this at home, folks. There is definitely a correlation between having a wide nose and big nostrils and a poor attitude. But I'm no scientist, but Neighbors has a terrible attitude and a very wide nose, and that's about the only weapon that Aaron Rodgers would have there. I mean, they could barely protect Lloyd Christmas, also known as Daniel Jones. So I don't know what that was the whole thing with the Jets last year. Forget literally one of the worst coaching displays in NFL history, and I don't say that lightly or hyperbolically. That's a fact. Not only one of the worst coaching staffs in history making the game plans, but an offensive line who couldn't protect a 49-year-old guy. And the same thing's going to happen in the Giants. The Giants don't even have as many weapons as the Jets. And I know these guys underperformed. Breece Hall was nowhere to be found. Garrett Wilson, massive drops in huge spots. Not to mention Mike Williams was just terrible. My point is, but these are guys, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, the white tight end, I forget his name because he's white, not worthy of remembering. But the Jets had offensive weapons. Terrible coaching. The Giants don't have, Aaron Rodgers needs a win-now team. And the Giants ain't it, fam, yo. Hey, yo. The Giants ain't it, fam. They're giving losing. Okay? As I said 2 weeks ago now, the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers is the Steelers or the Colts. Really, it's the Jets, but Steelers or the Colts. Tommy 7 Days Put him on the board. Never share a bag with Malik Neighbors. No, that nose is a two-bagger, my friend. I mean, you're gonna put that is a night gone awry. If Malik Neighbors goes into the Casey's restroom with your bag, it ain't coming out. Probably the bag itself won't come out of those fucking sewer pipes he's got on his face. Great call, Tommy Seven Names. When are we getting together? What are you doing for March Madness? Text me. We're due for another. Grab a bag. Let's head to the best bar in America and let's have a little bit of a day. Hit me up. Let's do it. Let's do a day. Great call. Yeah, never want to share bag with neighbors. But yeah, something interesting about the correlation of big noses and poor attitudes. But perhaps that's more for Scientology. Anywho, what else? That was the Jags are taking a atom bomb to their team. If you didn't see, not that it's big news, who cares? But again, they have who's that nice white man who looks like a cat? Their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He looks like a cat. I can't not see him and not see a cat. I can't take him seriously. But a good quarterback, and it's interesting that they sent Christian Kirk back to the Texans. They cut Evan Ingram, and their center also retired, all in the last 24 hours. So the Jags, interesting, a young quarterback team is in free fall. It'll be interesting to see what they do to get that back on track. Joey Bosa and Trey Hendrickson both possibly moving teams. They're talking about Bosa possibly to the Eagles, which good for him, good for the Eagles. Bosa obviously talent. Love Hendrickson too. Who would you guys take? Interesting query. Joey Bosa is the sexier guy. Impact player, but Trey Hendrickson, I don't know if you watched him, monster, big body, and a leader. Not saying Bosa isn't, but Trey Hendrickson, a little more experience, wears a visor, which, as you all know, if you watch the show, I was the first man to ever put a Oakley visor in a lacrosse helmet. That was 2007. Actually, 2006, because I wore it in fall ball. No big deal. So try to find anyone who wore a Oakley visor in a lacrosse helmet before then. Now all these hacks do it 2 decades later. But I was the first person to do it. Stanislav Stradamus did it again. And DK Metcalf has requested a trade. Pete Carroll's gone. He's in the Raider land. And DK Metcalf, talk about a beautiful boy. Jeez. If you think my body's good, you got to see DK Metcalf take his shirt off, folks. Woo! Got myself all hot and bothered just thinking about it. Jeez. Man. All right, let's do one more check of you poor people. Does Rogers? Yes, Rogers. Marcy's Playground. Great question. And you're a member, so I'm reading it. If you were just a regular poor, I'd probably skip it. That tells you people to become a member. Does Rogers make Hall of Fame before Eli? I don't think so. I hope not. You heard my Eli rant a few weeks ago when he didn't make the first ballot. I think Eli, as I told you, has to get in 2 Super Bowls, because he's not a loud guy and he does look like he has Down syndrome. But the resume speaks for itself. And talk about a clutch player. And again, I'm a Jets fan, but credit where credit's due. All class with Eli and clutch. And you know me, Mr. 23, I love clutch. I love guys who show up in the big moment. I don't care about people who compile. I think Eli might even get in there as soon as next year. Maybe, you know how these writers and journalists are if you follow sports. They're so full of themselves that they think they're important. Well, he's good, but I can't put him in on the first ballot, blah, blah, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I think there's a good chance he even gets in there next year. Good question. So yes, I do think he'll get in. I think he's going to get in. Like I said, I think even as soon as next year. I think the snobby voters probably didn't want to put him in on first ballot, but you know. Da da la da 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 da. Playing with a small boy. Playing with a boy. Marcy Playground. I smell sexy. Who's that lounging in my Kendra Sunderland? I don't know why you said it, but she's retarded. Why did you say that, Marcy Playground? Um, she is the dumbest. I mean, literally like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon zoom in. There'd be like one little bean inside of her skull, and she thinks she's woke. She has no idea what she's doing. Um, all right, we did it. I did it. Yes, nice. No, not this. I'm driving my car drunk today. The most American thing you can do, folks. It is Friday. It's Wednesday for me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, slam a few back, perhaps backhand your significant other, send the kids to the in-laws, or just lock them in a room, throw a salami stick in there. They'll be fine. Salami stick in a bowl of water. Just kick those kids right in that room, lock them in, have a sixer, have a few shots, get behind the wheel of a car, roll down all the windows and sunroof, play your favorite tunes, and you just drive that bad boy like you stole it and hope the cops have something better to do, because there's simply, as Chuck Mangione told you, all those years ago, we made a t-shirt out of it. Drink before you drive. And that is Sports Mass Collective. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.